Hello, how are you tonight? There you are.
Hello, Rachel. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Perfect. My name is Adalberto. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And are you in Cancun?
No, actually, I'm on my vacation, so I'm in Mexico City. But yes, my home base is Cancun.
So you're doing this while you're on vacation?
Yes.
Did you get paid for it?
Not me. I believe that the company Viva Aerobus pay for all of us.
Yeah, but you're on your own time, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, that's a dedication.
Yes, a little bit.
So this is like you guys' third class, and so I'm assuming I did some of the other, not this group of students, but the one that started a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And actually did the same class. So I'm assuming there's going to be like 4 people that show up.
Okay.
unless
Wow.
it's just a class, a personal tutoring session just for you.
Yes. I like it.
Well, this class, like I said, I did it a couple of weeks ago, and there's not a whole lot to it. And I did it with 4 students, and we still ended early. So you're going to get a lot of practice if it's just going to be you. Hopefully there'll be a couple more people show up, but it won't take the full 2 hours. There's just not that much content.
Oh, got it. All right.
So especially if you're on vacation, we'll run right through this.
Right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
So how long have you been flying?
I have been flying for almost 8 years. I started in 2012, I think, but I started in a cargo one. So I flew an Airbus 300 in. It's a company. It's little, only four airplanes, but the Airbus 300, it's a really big airplane. So I flew that, and then to the executive 4 years, and now I'm on the airline.
Okay. And are you right seat or left seat?
I'm right seat. I'm first officer.
Okay. And who else just joined? Your call sign's V245.
Hello, I'm Pablo.
Pablo?
Yeah.
Hi, bro.
Hi, Pablo.
Hello.
Okay, I was just telling Alberto that this class is probably going to end early because there's not that much stuff in it. It's stuff that you guys probably are familiar with, having to do with requests. So,
Okay.
but I'll be here as long as you guys have questions.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, how long have you been flying, Pablo?
I have been doing 6 years.
6 years?
Viva. Yeah, 6 years ago.
Okay. And what did you fly before you did the started with Viva?
No, Viva is my first airline.
Wow.
I just go to the school and then getting Viva. I flew 737 and then A320 for
Okay.
maybe 4 years. Sorry, see, yeah, 4 years.
Okay.
So I need to connect my headset, so I'm going to set the stuff.
Okay.
Oh. But you, how do you read me?
Oh, pretty good so far.
Yeah?
It's yeah, I'm on the West Coast, so it's still pretty early. Starting to stay lighter longer, and I love that.
Yes, I can see your clock on the right side. It's like 4 p.m., right?
Yes. Yes, and it now stays light until 6 p.m. and I'm happy about that. And then the other thing that comes with this longer days is less snow.
Yeah, that's right.
So I've always lived in an area where it's, well, not always. I guess I spent a couple of years down in Southern California, but mostly my life has been in areas where it snows. And around February, I get really tired of that.
Wow. Yeah, must be.
You know, when you're happy that it's 40 degrees out, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
And it's certainly not happy when it goes above zero when you've been below zero for a while.
Wow. No, it has to be. It must be hard to live that in Cancun. Probably it's 30, 28 degrees Celsius. It's hot the most part of the year.
Yeah, nice. Nice. I keep hounding my husband to retire so we can go explore a little bit more in January and February for a month or two at a time.
Actually, it's what the most people do. I mean, in this part of the year, there are a lot of Americans or Canadians who are retired in Cancun for that reason, trying to escape cold.
Yeah, because the cold gets old real fast. You know, the first time it snows, it's always really pretty, and you want to have snow for Christmas. It just kind of makes it nice. And then when you spend days on end plowing the road.
Yeah, I can.
So I'm retired now, and so my husband thinks that that's my job.
Okay.
Yeah. And the driveway is about a little over a quarter mile long. Well, almost 10 after, so we're going to go ahead and start so we can get you guys through this. Like I said, it's going to be pretty short with just two of you. It's definitely going to be shorter. So
Okay.
we can, hopefully that works. And Alberto, do you want to just go ahead and read this slide for me?
Yes, of course. Objective: to increase the chances of getting a positive answer from the ATC to your request by using when able and if able. The compliance to an instruction or request could be delayed and circumstances allows like communicate clearly when a clearance or request cannot be compliant with your execute, using unable indicates that the compliance to an instruction or request cannot be executed. Normally, to aircraft performance or ATC regulations or traffic.
Right. So you guys should be pretty familiar with when able or if able, and definitely unable.
Yes.
So, Pablo, Pablo, do you want to go ahead and read this one?
Sorry?
Pablo, could you read this one, if able?
Yeah. This if able is a request that you don't know the outcome of because the pilot may or may not be able to do it. A positive or negative response is expected. If able responds to doing something at any moment only when there is a windows of time and the circumstances allow to perform certain actions or tasks requested.
Okay, so if a controller says, if able, reduce speed to 170, you'll come back with, Roger, reduce speed to 170, or you can say, unable, once I get to 10,000, I can reduce to 170. So, so if able, it's if you're able, and then at any moment, yeah. So when there is a window of time and the circumstances allow you to perform that action, so it's if able, take the next high-speed taxiway. Sometimes sometimes controllers will ask you, say, if able, turn left next taxiway, and you're going too fast, and you'll just say, unable, we'll get the next one. Okay.
Okay.
Got it?
So in this one, it's if able, it can be expected to occur at any moment within a window of time. So that's basically saying what they just did. So the pilot is expected to advise if he is able to do the following. Alberto, go ahead and read the controller.
Yes. If able, turn right at the next high-speed taxiway. Traffic close behind you on short final.
Okay, and Pablo?
Okay. If able, cross Belgi at flight level 220 and 250 knots.
Right. So that they're asking you if you can do that.
Okay.
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 So Alberto, go ahead and read this one then.
Okay. When able. When able is a clearance and is expected to be compliant with, but not right now. It is also expected that the pilot informs ATC when the clearance is actually being compliant with. When able responds to doing something in the moment, the circumstances and the timing gives the opportunity to perform a certain action or task request. Okay.
So a lot of times you're here, when able, turn left next taxiway, or when able, reduce speed to 170, or when able, descend and maintain, because a lot of times we'll give you instructions descending and speed reductions at the same time. And so those are kind of descend and when able, descend and maintain 15,000, then reduce speed to 210 or whatever. So it's when able is when you as a pilot can actually do it. And I don't know, as a controller, sometimes I don't know when you're going to be able to do something.
Okay.
All right.
So and this is each arrow represents an opportunity in which the response to the instruction or the authorization to do the request can happen. So it could be any point in time in here. So you're descending and you get down to 10,000 feet, then you can reduce speed. So.
Okay, perfect.
And then it is expected that you guys actually tell us that you're doing it, you're complying with that instruction. Okay.
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 And Pablo, could you read this
When
one?
able, okay, when able, turn left direct to Sierra Alpha Tango. SAT.
I think that's San Antonio.
San Antonio, right, sorry.
I'm not sure. I've been retired for a while. Go ahead and read this one.
Okay, deviation 20 degrees right, approved. When able, proceed direct to O'Neill, work, tack, and advice.
Right. So this is used basically, usually when there's weather, deviations are usually due to weather. So deviation 20 degrees right, and then when you're able, you can proceed direct. So if there's a big area of weather out there and you got to go 20 miles around it, then you say, when you're passing it and you're going direct O'Neill, you'll say direct O'Neill.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
And Alberto again.
Okay. Unable means that it will not happen. From the pilot's perspective, usually due to aircraft performance or ATC regulations. For example, land and hold short operation.
I think that's it. So if I give you cleared to land, hold short of, and you're unable to do that, even though there's plenty of runway for you to do that, you have to come back and say unable due to, and whatever the reason is. So normally controllers will give you, when you make a request, controllers will give you a reason why they can't do it. And usually it's unable due to traffic.
Okay.
That 90% of the time it'll be unable due to traffic. But
Got it.
as a controller, I can ask you to do something and, you know, I don't know what your weights are. I might ask you to take a runway that's a little bit shorter and you can't depart that because of your weights, and you'd come back and say unable due to weight. And that's fine. So example 1. I'm thinking, Pablo, why don't you read the controller, and Alberto, why
Okay.
don't you read the pilot?
Okay.
It's enable 15,000. I have traffic at that altitude. Unable request deviation flight heading 180, advice clear of weather.
Okay. From pilot, unable direct Houston. That will put us right in the weather. Request deviation left. Unable ILS approach or glide slope receiver just failed. Request a visual approach. Unable to turn next taxiway. We are too fast.
Right. So this is something that you guys have said before on numerous occasions, I'm sure.
Yes.
This is why this class here is pretty easy, is because it unable and able is something that you guys use every day. So,
Yes, right.
for an example, when your RVSM system has a momentary malfunction, American
Okay.
293 clear to flight level 360.
Roger, American 293 climbing to flight level 360, negative RVSM.
Right.
We believe it's a momentary malfunction.
Okay, Pablo, you can read this one.
Unable clearance into RVSM airspace.
Right.
Report when able to resume RVSM.
Roger, report when able to resume RVSM.
So just so you guys know, I don't have any center experience. I did combined tower and approach control. So I worked in the tower one day, and the next day I'd work in the radar room and do approach. But so center stuff, I'm not all that up on, but I can answer any of your approach and tower airport questions.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So in conjunction with a weather deviation clearance, and that's a lot, especially where I live. There's all kinds of weather deviations.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Idaho.
Okay, a lot of weather.
There's a lot of weather up here. I used to live in Iowa. There's a lot of weather there.
Wow. A lot of work.
Yeah, weather makes things that are very simple go to very complicated very fast.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's right.
So, so it requires a pilot to determine when he or she is clear of the weather, then execute the ATC instructions. And we'll change this. How about Alberto, you can be air traffic, and Pablo, you can be the pilot again.
Okay.
Okay, Roger. American Airlines 767, when able, proceed direct Ronald.
Okay, and they're circling Ronald there for you.
If able, request direct to Key West, sorry.
Yep. Okay, use if able to get instructions about a taxiway.
If able, take okay, you're the traffic, sorry.
That's okay.
They
Blue
changed
is in
colors
blue,
on
right.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, if able, take taxiway Charlie next to your right.
Roger, take Charlie if able.
Okay. If able to make a visual approach to the runway.
Okay, if able, make a short visual approach runway 29.
Roger, if able, make a short visual approach runway 29.
And probably more correct in this, if a controller says, if able, make a short visual approach to runway 29, you would not come back and say, if able, you would say, you might say unable, or we can make a short approach.
Okay.
So normally you wouldn't come back with the if able in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you, it's not common to read back the phrase if able, right?
No, it's not common to read back if able as a pilot. So
Okay.
if a controller will say, in this instance, if able, make a short approach, and you'll come back and you'll say, Roger, make a short approach, or unable, I'm too fast, or I'm too high, or something else. But in this instance, in the US, you don't need to read back the if able.
Okay, that is perfect.
Okay, all of this coordination will result of timely decision-making by the pilot and the controller. Okay, so when able, proceed direct a fix, correct?
Right.
Under with the weather deviation. And then you would read back, Roger, when able, proceed direct the fix. And then you would come back and say, when you're turning direct the fix, we're going to pick up, when you pick up the VOR or wherever you're going, you'll say, we're direct now, okay?
Okay, right.
So you'll come back and read back and say, we're direct, I don't know, Chicago. We're direct Chicago now. So in this instance, it is a taxiway. If able, turn right at the next high speed. And then you would come back and say, unable, I'm too fast.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's the most that's the most common response I got as a tower controller. If able, turn left next taxiway. Unable, too fast.
Oh,
Okay. As unable, the copilot is flying.
So now we have a couple of scenarios. And Singapore Airlines 791 and A380 just departed O'Hare en route to Singapore. So I'm assuming he's this one. I don't know. Could be any one of those.
Okay.
And Pablo, why don't you do air traffic? And Alberto, you can be the pilot this time.
Okay.
Okay, Singapore 791, climb and maintain 13,000, increase speed to 300 when able.
Okay.
Roger, Singapore 791, enable 13,000, request 11,000 instead.
Okay.
I have a
You're-
question.
Go ahead.
You as a controller are expecting that I make the read back complete, the complete constraint or the complete read back, and then set that we are unable, or if we set only unable and then the other information, it's fine for you.
Okay, so when as a controller, when I give you instructions that contain more than one instruction, so if I give you a climb and a speed, and you can do the climb, but you can't do the speed, you would
Okay.
say climb and maintain 13,000, because that's the part that you can comply with, and then you would say unable to increase speed until, you know, I reach 13,000. Okay.
Oh, got it. Perfect.
Okay. So in any air traffic instruction that you're given, you are required to read it back. Okay.
Okay.
So if in this instance, if I said proceed direct Gipper, then you would have to read that back. Roger, direct Gipper. If I said proceed cross Gipper at or above 15,000, you would read that back. Roger, crossing proceed direct Gipper and cross it at or above 15,000. But if you couldn't do that, you would say I'm direct Gipper, but I cannot, or I'm unable to cross it at 15,000. Okay.
Perfect. All right.
So.
Okay, Roger, Singapore 791, climb and maintain 11,000.
11,000, Singapore 791. Thanks. And we'll increase the 300 when able.
See, so they're climbing, and when able, they're gonna increase the speed.
Right. Perfect.
Singapore 791, maintain 300 to Polo.
Roger, 300 knots to Polo. Request direct Moline when able.
Okay, and here's Polo, and here's Moline.
Okay, it's okay.
So
Polo frequency is 11.2, right? Papa Lima Lima. Okay.
yeah, that would be the frequency, and Moline would be 114.4.
Okay. Singapore 791, if you go direct to Moli, you will have to maintain 13,000 and increase to 320 knots for a while. Are you able?
Okay, so here we're going into the negotiation phase. So right now you're at 300 knots going direct Polo, but you want to go direct Moline. So if you do that, they're asking if you can increase speed to 320.
Okay.
And that you're not going to be able to climb for a while. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Check. Affirmative. 13,000 direct Moline with 320 knots. Singapore 1791.
And if you didn't say that, you would have to go direct Polo, right?
Right. Okay.
Sometimes answering in the correct way is the best way to get to where you want to go.
Yes, that's right.
American 832, 757 is approaching JFK and getting vectors to land on runway 22 right.
Okay, American 832, 5 miles for covered. Turn left and heading 250, maintain 3000 until established and localizer. Clear ILS runway 22 right approach.
American 832 request a 360 to the right. We are too high to intercept the runway 22 right localizer.
Okay, so he's too high, so he wants to do he wants to do a right 360 out here to lose some altitude.
Yes.
Okay, enable 360, turn right heading 350 vectors for descent. Expect a final vector to intercept it to right localizer.
Okay, so they mustn't have traffic behind them would be a good reason for them not to allow him to do the right 360. So what they're doing is they're going to do that as a controlled 360 for his descent.
Okay.
So what the controller didn't say is unable 360 due to traffic, but they said they gave you an option. Okay.
Okay. Could we get a visual approach instead?
American Airlines 832, confirm you will like visual approach runway to the right.
Affirmative. If able, we would like to come in for a visual approach instead of making the ILS approach. Okay,
so we didn't go over this in the class, but it's highlighted here. Instead is part of the negotiation. You have an alternative instead of the 360. So,
yeah.
So you could do the visual approach and still make it down. So that's the end of the scenarios.
All right.
Now we have exercises. And they're pretty much kind of the same kind of thing. So you're going to request something if able. If able, request instead of what you do. You're going to request when able. And when able, we would like to do something.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Pablo, why don't you go first? Use request if able.
Okay. According to this, you expect the climb 17,000 right to wavy. Okay, request. Okay, sir. Contact. A ver cómo está.
Apparent. There's no call sign.
Okay.
There you go.
According to the city, you expect to climb to maintain 17,000 right to wavy. Contact one. No. So I need to make a request.
I think what they're going for is that you request this altitude instead.
Okay. Aviva 733 request maintain 17,000 and direct to wavy due to weather, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That lost me. And I've done this before. Okay, so Alberto, you're going to request a very specific reason to get another option.
Got it.
Okay.
So the previous exchange with ATC, what's the call sign for Delta Alpha Lima?
Delta.
Yeah, Delta Airlines, right? Okay.
Yes.
Delta 831, you can expect runway 26 at Los Angeles or yeah.
Okay.
Yep. LAX.
Okay. Delta 831, clear runway 26.
Okay, so
then I have to make a request at that point, right?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a second. Delta 831 request runway 26 right due to operational weight.
Okay. Oh,
Company says we're getting it. Okay, got it. So that's the reason, right? Okay.
Okay.
So
sorry.
the company says that the company says we are getting gate 16. That's on the east side of the airport. Let me request runway 27. So I can say something like Delta 831 request runway 27 instead of runway 26. We are going to gate 16.
Right.
Okay.
Or you could say we're parking on the east side. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's another option.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, we'll run through this one. Use if able, Pablo.
Okay, you are 50 miles from your airport. 5,000. So by where? You are the controller. Respond. I'm the controller, right?
Apparently you're the controller.
Okay.
Okay.
So the pilot has told you that there's they've requested a deviation, basically.
Okay. Dice, where on the white route? You are the controller. Respond. Okay, last is 735 if able. Turn right heading 350 and descend 14,000. I don't understand one.
It's a poor example. So
I am the controller, right? And the pilot is 15 miles from. I don't know. I am 15 miles from the airport and 5,000.
Me
At
as
the-
a controller, I say something like, say your intentions first.
well,
No, but
actually, I think what they're trying to get here is the pilot has asked for a deviation.
Right.
Okay. And
okay.
so as the controller, I know this puts you guys out of your element. The controller would respond as deviation approved, if able, proceed direct, full lane or I don't know, Sandpoint, Seattle.
I got it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's not. This slide isn't done very well at all. So
Yeah.
use
You need to
request.
have a lot of
Lack of
imagination.
It's so much easier when a controller just tells you guys what to do, right?
Okay.
So use request when able for a very specific reason.
Okay, it has been raining at your destination airport and you are in the holding pattern. Are you ready for the approach? So the controller say, are you ready for the approach? And we can say something like, okay, request one or two turns more. No, let me check.
Yep.
Probably can.
I think that's
maybe,
right.
So the controller, it's asking me if we are ready for the approach, but it has been raining at the airport, right?
Right.
I need to request
more time, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
To
I'm
improve the conditions.
Yep. You can request another turn in the pattern until the conditions improve.
Okay, got it. So
Okay.
request more time on the holding pattern. When I no no, I don't understand, because when able, probably when able could ask for vector or
I will
something.
let you enable maybe like unless 7913 requests another holding pattern due to we need to more time to the weather improve. When able, I will start with approach. I will call you in a few minutes, maybe something like that.
Right. Or, you know, what again, this is not really worded correctly. So you're going to request another turn in holding, and then you can say when able, I'll, yeah, I would just not use the when able, request 2 turns in holding.
Okay.
Yeah,
If,
range.
and actually it would actually, if able, you know, you could use if able, I'd like 2 more turns in holding.
Yes, that makes
Okay.
sense. Instead of able, if able.
Because in this instance, you know, you're not really asking, you're asking for something else. Or you could say request another turn in holding, when able, give me the new weather.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Got it.
You know,
Yes.
or you know, in my case where it's snowing, and it's been, the airport's been closed, you could say, I request another turn in holding, when able, can you give me an update on the runway condition?
Yes. Right.
Okay.
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 Perfect.
So in this instance, you know, you got to kind of work your way through. You got to kind of work with your way through what they want. But there are certain things that you could say, when able, can you give me an update on the weather? When able, could you tell me, you know,
The breaking action.
braking action? You guys don't know about braking action, do you? You fly in sunny places.
Yes, I think that I get confused because before the I mean, after the when able, I was looking for a specific reason, but it's not a reason. It's some kind of information, right?
In this case, it is. It's more of an information thing that you can ask for.
Yes, that's right.
Use when able request.
Okay, you need to fly direct alien. Okay.
Okay. Sí, ahora sí, ¿oyó?
No,
You, Beto.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Beto.
It would be like Iron Lasses 321. We are now on heading 320. When able, request fly direct alien.
Good.
Okay.
That was an easy one.
Yes.
In a busy airport, you just make a go around.
So you want to try it again?
Okay, if able. Okay, Last 7913. We're going to go around procedure, runway 2 to right. If able, we would like to establish in holding over Dakota VOR, and we have a problem with the autopilot, so we would like to make resets, and I will call you when we are ready to start a new approach, maybe.
Good.
Okay, use when able, we would like to. You want to make a long turn to avoid weather. So, when able, we would like to, let me check. When able, we would like vectors to avoid weather, maybe.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Or so if there's weather in your way, when able, we would like to turn south to avoid the weather.
Okay, right.
Or when able, we would like to deviate to avoid the weather.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All righty. And you guys are familiar with the USIM, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am on my phone. It's working on that?
Well, we're just gonna do a freeze, what they call a freeze out activity, which is basically a static display. So you don't have to worry about signing on.
Okay.
Okay, so I hear there. Are those call signs that you guys recognize? What do you guys call yourself?
Question. I have never been in US with Viva.
Oh, well, we're just gonna make it Viva because I think it's like
Aerolasses.
air. Yeah.
Aerolasses.
So we're just gonna use Viva. Can we do that?
Okay.
Yes, good.
So Pablo, why don't you be one, aircraft number
Okay.
one, and Alberto, you can be number two.
Okay.
Okay. And wow. So my cheat sheets don't have a whole lot of information on them. So we're at Miami. Information is golf, and you're
Okay.
gonna practice when able, if able, and even though it doesn't say it in there, you're gonna practice unable too. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna move, Pablo, we're gonna move you up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Information golf. So just one of you call for taxi.
Okay. Well, I am number one, right?
Pablo's number one, Alberto's number two.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Analysis 321. We are ready to taxi when able.
I'm gonna call you Viva.
Okay. Yeah. Viva, sorry. Viva 321. We are at gate 16 Golf on board and ready to taxi when able.
Viva 321, Miami ground, taxi to runway 26 left.
Okay, taxi to runway 26. Could you repeat the runway, please? 26, right?
Viva 321, affirmative, taxi to runway 26 left, and taxi via Mike.
Okay, via Mike, runway 26 left analysis. Sorry, Viva 321.
I make your airplane smaller. Okay, Alberto.
Okay, Viva 475, information golf on board, ready to taxi.
Viva 475, Miami ground, taxi to runway 27.
Tax, say again, please.
Viva 425.
I'm sorry, and right. So
Okay.
I put this again. Viva 475 information golf ready to taxi.
Viva 475, Miami ground, taxi to runway 27.
Taxi to runway 27, Viva 475.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Pablo, I told you to taxi via mic.
Okay.
I want you to use one of those terms and ask me to taxi on November.
Okay, Alas is sorry, Viva 321. We would like to use Fox if able due to operational request or something like that.
And Viva 321, affirmative, you can taxi via November to runway 36 left, or 26 left.
Okay, then via November 26 left and last is 321. Viva 321.
You're gonna train me. It's okay. Aerolassus, is that right?
sorry.
I was gonna try and make it easier on myself, but apparently I'm gonna conform. And Pablo, I want you to request a different runway.
Okay. Alas is 321. We are a lot of heavy today, so we would like to request runway 27 if able.
Aerolassus 321, Roger, taxi to runway 27.
Okay, taxi via runway, sorry, taxi 27, Alas is 321.
And Alberto, I want you to ask for the intersection of runway 30, because you're light today.
0. Okay. Viva 475. If able, we are requesting takeoff from intersection runway 30.
And Aerolassus 475, ground Roger, taxi to runway 30, intersection. Tango.
Roger that, taxi to runway 30 intersection Tango.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. And then Alberto, go ahead and ask me for a weather update using one of those terms.
Okay, got it. Miami ground, Viva 475. When able, we'll request weather update, please.
Perfect.
When
And I would
able.
come back and say Aerolassus 475. Appears that there's a big rain shower coming up from the west. It's about 10 miles out.
Roger that. Unable to take off runway 30. Any possibility for different runway?
Aerolassus 475. Would you want 27 or 26?
If able, runway 26 better for us, please.
And Aerolassus 475, Roger, hold your position. Traffic taxiing opposite direction.
Roger that, hold position, Aerolassus 475.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to an, hopefully, I think this is an in-air thing. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the instructions actually say the same thing.
Okay.
However, turn you around here. And so you're still going to, let's say, Alberto, you're over here. And
Yes.
you want to go over here, and this is, it looks like Freeport.
Record. Okay.
Freeport.
Freeport.
And Pablo, you're over here, and you want to go into Palm Beach, which is underneath this rain cloud.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're using request, if able, when able. And right now, Alberto, you're direct this point right here, which is, looks like,
Peachy?
yeah, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Aeroenlaces 475, flying direct, Papa Hotel Kilo. We have a thunderstorm in front of us. Request heading maybe 320, and when able, direct Freeport.
Airlasis 475 Miami approach. Understand you want a 320 heading. How about a 220 heading?
220. Yeah, that's right. Heading 220 is fine for us. Airlaces 475. And when able, request direct Freeport.
And Airlasis 475 direct Freeport. Let me know when you're able.
Okay, direct Freeport, and we let you know when able. Airlaces 475.
Good.
Okay, our last is 321. We're going to Paki. So we have our weather in this area. When able, please, could you get me the weather conditions, please?
Airlasis 321 Miami approach. Roger, I'm showing an area of weather that is from your 1 o'clock to your 10 o'clock, 15 miles wide and about 30 miles long. I've had reports of lightning in the area and moderate turbulence at 15,000.
Okay, thank you. Enlaces 321. Whenever we would like to turn a right heading to avoid the collisions. And that's it.
That's sufficient.
Yeah.
This is 321 deviation to the right proved. Looks like you're going to have to go about 20 miles and then you can head back towards Palm Beach.
Okay, Enlaces 321. I will call you when we are back to Palm Beach. No, sorry, I confused the VOR. I'm going to Palm Beach, right? No, Paki. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Alberto's going to Freeport. And Pablo
I'm
To Palm Beach.
is going to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. I got it. Yeah.
That's okay. This isn't real life. Nobody's going to be in danger here.
Okay.
So Alberto, I want you to request a different altitude.
Okay. Airlaces 475, if able, request flight level 230 due to weather.
Airlasis 475, unable flight level 230. How about flight level 210?
Right, that's right. Descend and maintain flight level 210 and LASS 475.
And air last is 475, safe flight conditions.
We have a storm in front of us, probably 20 miles ahead.
Okay. And Pablo, why don't you request a different
Okay.
speed?
Okay, unless it's 321, I would like to increase speed to, decrease speed maybe to 8 knots, and any chance to fly, climb and maintain flight level 350 due to weather.
Air last is 321. Climb and maintain flight level. Oh, this is why I retired. 350.
Yeah, and decrease speed to 7.5 due to continuous light shocks.
And air last is 321. Approved as requested. That's better.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's take about a 5 or 6 minute break, and then I have another scenario where you guys will be working the airplanes.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
Good.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Chat.
Yes, I'm here.
Are you both here?
Let me check.
Okay, I'm back.
In the chat, I put the link for the use sound.
Oops, I
Okay,
having.
in the chat you should have the for the use sound.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, the connection is
I can hear you.
okay.
Okay, I'm having issue with my internet connection. Let me quit the session and re-enter, please. I cannot hear you.
Well, it could be my internet connection.
Okay.
Can you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the chat is the link for the USIM and your session 3
Mm-hmm.
and the aircraft that I assigned you.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, thank you. I'm here.
Okay, so do I need to resend the chat
Okay.
for you? Do you have the link in the chat?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in session 3.
Session 3 check.
Okay.
I
and-
am on my cell phone. I don't have the other link.
Okay. Well, I can always help you with control of your airplane.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a problem I had the first session in the cell phone. The link do not copy to the chat bubble. So only if you are on a tablet or computer, you
Okay.
are going to be able to see the link.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of hard to see on a phone anyway. My computer's only like my laptop's only a 15-inch monitor, and I have a heck of a time reading this stuff.
Yes,
Mm.
that's right.
I can't imagine doing this on my
Right.
my cell phone.
That's right. Okay, I have the external control link, so it's session 3,
Yes.
and my aircraft number, what it's going to be.
It should be. This is Alberta, right? It should be number 2. VIV 475. All caps.
Okay, aircraft number it's 2, and the call sign it's Victor India Victor space 475, right?
I believe that's how it works.
No, let me try again. Session 3, number 2, and Victor India Victor capital letters space 475. Nope, I cannot control it.
Pablo, do you have yours?
No, I am the iPhone, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's not working here, or maybe I can go in downstairs for my computer. I connected again and try to controller. So let me go
Okay.
for it.
So, Alberto, why don't you try the next airplane there, number 3?
Okay, so session 3, aircraft number, it's going to be 3.
Yep.
Call sign, it's Victor India Victor capital letter 2 space 276. 6, right? Start.
Yes. Aircraft connected. Session 3.
Station 3, right? Victor, base 76. No, I don't know why. Yesterday I did without any problem.
Okay. Well, you know what? We can do this. I will just move you around.
On the iPad. On the iPad is working? The controller on iPad?
Is it?
Let me try, because I want to control with the cell phone, but let me. Why?
Beto,
Sí,
¿estás en el iPad?
primero estaba en el teléfono y no me dejó, y ahorita lo estoy intentando en el iPad y tampoco me dejó.
No,
No.
yo estoy en el teléfono y me metí al iPad y tampoco. Voy a intentar en la computadora.
Ok.
Pero ayer tuve problemas de conexión, no sé por qué con la computadora. O
¿Quién
qué
sabe?
sé. Aquí no me llegó ningún link ni nada, ¿eh? Solo veo a ver.
Déjale, pido. Could you send us the link, please, to the chat?
Ah, ya mira, ya lo tengo aquí, creo. A ver. Ah, ya. Session 3.
Session 3.
Yes.
And my aircraft is 2 call sign VIV 47.
I sent the link again.
Okay, got it. Let me try with another page in the iPad. So,
Okay.
Session 3, aircraft number 3, and the call sign going to be Victor India Victor space 276.
Oh, no. Es que sesión 3. Number 2.
No.
VIV.
Neither in the iPad I can enter to the external control. I don't know why.
Okay, neither one of you can get on, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So I'm gonna disconnect. And we're gonna try this one more time. See if that.
Okay.
Let me find the information again.
Ya intenté Beto en el teléfono y tampoco pude.
Okay, so
okay.
I started it again. Try one more time. And
Okay.
I'll throw another aircraft out there so you can try a different one.
Okay, perfect.
Because I've had trouble with this in the past, where some students can get one airplane, but they can't get a different, they can't get the first one, but they can get the second one, so.
Okay.
I realized that I am number 1. I put it number 2. Maybe this is the reason. Let me try again. A ver.
And this is funny because I can't tell when you guys get connected.
Now I'm connected with 321, the aircraft number 1. I don't know why, only with that aircraft I be able to connect. With the other, I couldn't.
Okay.
But now I am connected.
Okay, so aircraft number 1, and you're Pablo, right?
No, Adalberto.
No, you're Alberto.
Yes.
Okay, so Pablo, Alberto's on number 1. Can you connect to any of the other ones? Okay, so Alberto, why don't you go ahead and call for taxi?
Okay, got it. So, Aaron Laces, 3, 2, 1. We are ready to taxi.
Airlasses 321 Miami ground. Taxi to runway 9 via Sierra. Cross runway 30.
Roger that. Taxi to runway 30 via, I'm sorry. Taxi to runway 9er via Sierra, cross runway 30, Aaron Laces 321.
And Airlasses 321 information is Gulf.
Roger that. We have Golf on board now. Aaron Laces 321.
Okay, so you're going to be moving very slowly because we're waiting for Pablo.
Okay, right.
But that'll at least give you a little chance to.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry,
Which
I am
airplane did you?
the 3 VIV 276.
276. Okay.
Yeah, I'm holding for runway 212 Alases 276.
Airlasses 276. Taxi to runway 9er via Sierra. Cross runway 30.
Okay, Alas 276 taxi via Sierra, and we're clear to cross the runway until runway 9. Alases 276.
Okay, so they're pretty particular here in the States about when you're told to cross a runway. So make sure you tell me which runway you're crossing, which
Okay.
is 30.
Okay, Alases 276, confirm the runway to cross for us.
Alasas 276, cross runway 30 at taxiway uniform. Taxi
Okay,
runway 9.
Okay, we are clear to cross runway 30 on via uniform Alases 276.
Okay, so now I want you to tell me you want to go to 8 right.
Which one, Pablo, right?
Pablo.
Okay, got it.
And use the word instead.
Yeah. Sorry, say again, please. The
Pablo,
lost connection.
Pablo, I want you to tell me that you want to go to 8 right, and I want you to use the word instead.
Okay, Alases 276, we're reaching to runway 8 right instead.
Airlasses 276, Roger, taxi to runway 8 right.
Okay, taxi runway 8 right, Alases 276.
And Alberto, you're gonna have to increase your speed.
Okay, got it.
You're going like cubs. You know what a cub is?
No, what is it?
It's a high wing made in the 1950s.
Okay, got it. Maybe 25 knots, it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
open it, you know, it could be you could be doing a Stearman, a bi-wing with an open air cockpit.
Yes.
So one of my very favorite things of working in the tower was to watch aircraft.
Yeah, it must be awesome.
Yeah, down in the radar room, it was just, y'all look the same.
Yeah,
Just the
something seems right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
So,
going to identify several numbers of, several brands of aircraft. I mean, the executive ones, the little ones, and everything. When you were in tower.
yeah, I mixed the trainers with jets, with heavies, all of that kind of stuff. We had a lot of we had like 3 different FBOs that did training. So
Wow,
we had
awesome.
Cherokees and stuff like that. And then when I was in the Midwest, we had a Air National Guard F-16s located there.
Okay. When I was on the in my last job in the executive work, sometimes the boss told me, "Hey, what kind of aircraft is this?" Something like that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm deeply sorry, but I only know the aircraft that I actually fly, so I cannot recognize a lot of executive jets that I never seen before."
Well, when I was training, they said high wing Cessna, low wing Cherokee, V-tail Bonanza.
Wow. Awesome.
And then you just call the rest of them with 2 engines a twin.
Right.
Okay, so Pablo, you're at the end of the runway.
Yeah, I am on my cell phone and it's so really difficult to control it because I need to change the windows.
That's okay. You're at the end of the runway. I want you to ask for takeoff clearance.
Okay. Alas is 276. We are holding short runway 8 right, ready to go.
Airlines is 276, Miami Tower, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff after departure. Turn left heading 360.
Right, clear for takeoff, runway 2 right after departure, heading 360, Alas 276.
And Alberto, I taxied you to runway 9. I want you to ask for 8 right.
Okay, Roger. Enlaces 321. If able, we request runway 8 right instead of 9er.
Airlines is 321. Miami ground, Roger, taxi to runway 8 right.
Roger that. Taxi to runway 8 right. Iron Lasses 321.
So Pablo, when you okay.
I'm trying to.
That's okay. I was gonna tell you when you go ahead and start. I'll get you up to the runway.
Thank you.
And then let's see. Once you get going here, I want you to ask for a different heading because on the 360 heading, I'm turning you right into this thunderstorm.
Okay.
And Alberto, go ahead and ask for your departure clearance too.
Okay, got it. Aerolasses 321, hold short of runway 8 right. When able, we are ready for takeoff.
Airlasses 321 Miami Tower, roger, line up and wait, runway 8 right.
Roger, line up and wait, runway 8 right, Aerolasses 321.
Airlasses 321 runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Roger that, clear for takeoff, runway 8 right, climb, maintain runway heading, Aerolasses 321.
Aerolasses 276, request heading 20 due to weather, and at the last heading 360.
Airlasses 276, understand you want a heading of 220?
Aerolasses 276, request heading 20 to the right due to weather.
Airlasses 276, roger, understand heading 2020, fly heading deviation is approved, fly heading 020, when able, fly heading 360, let me know.
Okay, we are approved to 220, and then when able 360, I will call you when able, Aerolasses 276.
Airlasses 276, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Aerolasses 276.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one,
Okay.
and because that'll have you already in the air going different places. So. And okay. So, wow, call signs changed again.
It's VIV 321 276. Yeah.
Apparently every time I change things, the call signs changes.
Yes, that's right.
And let's, in this one, let's go direct Bimini. Okay.
Bimini? Yes,
Let's go Bimini. So, Airlasses 321, climb and maintain 15,000 when able, proceed direct Bimini.
Roger
15,000. Yeah.
Roger that. Aerolasses 321, climb and maintain 15,000 when able, direct Bimini.
And before we leave here, Airlasses 276, when able, fly heading 180. Let's bring you back
When able,
down.
flight level 180, Aerolasses 276.
Let's bring you back down here.
Okay, thank you. 180.
And Airlasses 276, when able, fly, proceed direct eons.
When able, fly direct to Eons, enlaces 276.
That's right down here.
Okay.
Okay. Unless it's 321, we have a storm in front of us. We request a 30 degrees deviation, 30 degrees to the left due to weather.
RLS 321, deviation approved, when able, proceed direct to Bimini.
Roger that, when able, direct Binini, it's 321.
Bimini, okay. RLS 276 request right deviations due to weather, and when able, we can continue to bonds or eons.
Eons. RLS 276, deviation approved, advise direct eons.
Okay, thanks. RLS 276. Deviations approved. When able, I will call you when we are flying direct to eons.
Aaron Lasses 321, now flying direct Benini.
RLS 321, roger at Bimini, join BR 55 Victor.
Roger that. Benini, then. No. Say again, please. Aaron Lasses 321.
RLS 321, reaching Bimini, join BR 55 Victor. I'm assuming this is an RNAV route.
Okay, got it. So join Vanini, join BOR 55 Victor, enlaces 321.
You mean
So
Vanilli?
Am I
Oh, yeah.
right? Are those RNAV routes?
Okay, got it. BR 55. Okay.
So when I retired, they didn't have a whole lot of RNAV routes. So but I'm assuming that that's what that is.
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure, but it's possible. It could be.
RLS 276 request about 20 more miles deviations to right, and then I will call you when rejoin to in eons.
RLS is 276, deviation to the right approved, and one able, proceed direct eons.
Right, RLS 276.
Okay, now how do I do this? I think it's this. Yeah. Okay, so we're having like a summer storm here. And RLS is 321, you're not wanting to go where you're going.
No.
You want to turn, so you need to turn around.
Okay, got it. Maybe this.
So you need to request to go back to Miami.
Okay.
Right.
So our last is 321. Request to turn around to Miami, please.
Okay. RLS is 321, enable.
Roger that. We request vector for a deviation, please.
RLS is 321, roger, fly heading the 350 vector for Miami.
Roger, 350, RLS 276. 350. So go to 3.
So heading 350 vectors to Miami, unless it's 321.
RLS is
276. request a heading, request a vector to ions, please.
Airlassus 276, Roger, fly heading of 100 vector for eons.
Heading 100, Airlassus 276.
Airlassus 321, safe flight conditions.
Okay.
Está
At 15,000, it's rainy and clear air, unless it's 321.
Roger. So you guys are new to the USEM, so it'll go, so you put in 100 heading down here, it'll go the shortest direction. It should go the shortest direction.
Okay. I know. I realize.
So sometimes you have to put in like an interim heading to get you going the right direction. So
Okay.
that's okay. This is a learning experience. I did learn that myself.
Okay.
Got it.
So Airlassus 321, when able, proceed direct solely. If you want fly heading 270, that should take you around the weather that I see off to your left.
Roger that, thank you. And heading 270, when able, direct solely, unless it's 321.
Okay, so Pablo, why don't you ask when able if I can give you the weather at Miami?
Airlassus 276. A ver. I'm flying to heading 75, and we have a stormy area ahead. Request right deviations to Ian, please.
Airlassus 276, right deviation is approved. I'd suggest about a 160 heading for about the next 15 miles.
Okay, 160, about 15 miles. Thanks, Airlassus 276.
Airlassus 321, descend and maintain 10,000, reduce speed to 210.
Roger that, descend and maintain 10,000 and enable speed 210, request 250.
Airlassus 321, Roger, reduce speed to 250. Good.
Roger that, 250, Airlassus 321.
Airlassus 276, let's go 180 heading for about the next 10 miles.
Okay, 180 heading Airlassus 276. 180.
Okay, so do you guys have any question? Is when able, if able?
No, very clear.
Not really.
Okay.
Okay. So that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. But we can do this if you guys want to practice doing that stuff. Working on the USEM, that's fine. I can sit here and for as long as you want, but that's basically all of the content for the class that I have.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I think I'm fine. I understood everything, and I prefer to I'm sorry. It's okay if we leave now. I have an appointment.
That's fine. You're on vacation, right?
Yes.
You have a good night.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I
Okay.
enjoyed very much the class. I understood everything. So thank you.
Good, thanks.
Okay, I understand that enable is a window of time, right? And if able is a window of possibility, right?
When able and if able, yes. So
Okay.
if able is can you do that? Because I've asked pilots to do stuff. If able you know, do this, and they've told me I can't. So
Okay.
when able is I know you can do it, but
Mhm.
you know, it's like descending and slowing. That's the easiest explanation I can give you. You guys can't descend and slow at the same time.
Yes.
Easily.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but you know, it's not easy. You prefer to descend and then to slow. So that's, and instead is a different option. Air traffic control and pilots is all about negotiation sometime, and some things, instead of doing this, you want to do that, and sometimes your idea works great for me. So
Yes, I think, or I understood that if able, it's the answer. It's going to be unable, or we will do that, right? And when able, it's because you are positive to do that, just in a period of time, probably not at the moment, maybe later, right?
right. You got to think of, if able is, can you do that? Can you do that?
Yes.
Mhm.
And when able is when you can do that. So
Yes.
Okay.
okay,
Perfectly clear.
okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I'm teaching tomorrow night too, so if I see you guys tomorrow night,
Yes.
No,
Awesome.
no?
I will fly at morning.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
I'm still on vacation this week, so see you tomorrow then. Thank you very much.
okay, thanks. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye. Nos
Bye.
vemos.
okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will see you at night
Okay, see
tomorrow.
ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.